There is high probability that today's ZANU PF National Cell Day is the first of its kind, and also taking the context when it is taking place. This day may and also have been following the events that are being carried out during this so-called National Cell Day, that this day exists to do nothing but to spite those opposed to the 2030 term extension for Emerson Mnangagwa. It is a direct spite to retired General Chiwenga, and I'll be demonstrating why I am of the view that this day and these events that are taking place across Zimbabwe, you will see as the visuals actually comes through, most probably at a later stage or the following day, of what exactly is being discussed in these cells of ZANU PF. It will actually preempt that this is meant to attack retired General Chiwenga. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, the ZANU PF National Cell Day its objective is mainly to spite retired General Chiwenga and to give boost to Emerson Mnangagwa's 2030 term extension bid. Now, the impression that Mnangagwa wants to create is that ZANU PF power lies within the cells of ZANU PF. The cells of ZANU PF are the lower structures of ZANU PF. You will create an impression that these are the decision-making bodies of ZANU PF, which actually take their resolutions to the ZANU PF National Conference. And as such, you will see that in almost all events that will be aired through propaganda institutions as well as barakashis, they will be meant to give an impression that all ZANU PF cells they are calling for Emerson Mnangagwa to remain as president up to 2030. Now, Mnangagwa wants to create this new political phenomenon that in ZANU PF is not like ANC, and this language of saying, I know they have shown a word that they use, that Msangano Urigu Maseru. You know, they borrowed it from the language that was used by Jacob Zuma when he was leading the African National Congress, indicating that the power of the African National Congress is in the branches of the African National Congress, and he was using Zulu language to actually express this, and that is where ZANU PF borrowed this phrase of saying the power. But the power of ZANU PF, in my view, does not lie on the grassroots. It has never lied on the grassroots. What determines the power of ZANU PF or the power of a president? It is the gun. It is those who are able to operate the guns, or those who are commanding, those who are operating the guns in Zimbabwe. The transfer of power in Zimbabwe has always been forceful. It has never been smooth. It has never been through elections. There is no conference or congress in ZANU PF that is actually determines who becomes the president. Unlike in African National Congress, such a claim can be made on South Africa's African National Congress, and such a claim cannot be made of ZANU PF, because ZANU PF has never been a people's party. And I can attest to you that these cells, they will be seeking to give an impression that they exist. They never exist. And Mnangagwa is just going to obviously using guns and force some villagers around him to attend what he would call a cell. But there is absolutely nothing like that in ZANU PF. It's something that does not exist. Of course, they have got offices and so forth, but they have never derived power from the grassroots. So what Mnangagwa is trying to create, remember, look at the setting of this so-called ZANU PF National Cell Day. It is coming barely 2 weeks before Mnangagwa begins the process of extending his term of office up to 2030. It has absolutely nothing to do with the people of Zimbabwe. It's a selfish and a nefarious agenda that emanated from the bedroom of Emmerson Mnangagwa and forced into the throats of the people of Zimbabwe against their will. 2030 term extension is not Zimbabwean. It is not actually an initiative that is created by ordinary people. Ordinary people are hungry. Ordinary people, they want a change of government. Why do I say so? Look at the elections of 2023. ZANU PF was defeated. That is why they are afraid to actually go for elections. In 2028, Mnangagwa knows that he is unelectable, the most hated person to ever exist. When it comes to Robert Gabriel Mugabe, of course, he used to rig, but a number of people used to vote for him. So even if there was rigging, it wasn't to the extent it was supposed to be done for Emmerson Mnangagwa, because Mnangagwa got less than 30% of the votes in 2023. Those who knows it says it was very, very embarrassing. That is why for the whole day ZANU PF kept quiet and they began now to cook figure. The cooked figures of the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission of 2023 cannot be justified. They didn't even put those figures on their websites. They didn't even upload the primary sources of data as it is expected to be done. They did not publicize that information, though numerous election observer organizations asked them to do so. Why are they not doing it? Because they know that Mnangagwa was devastatingly defeated, and this has actually resulted in not to contest elections as long as he wants to stay to power. That is why now ZANU PF wants to suspend elections indefinitely in Zimbabwe, because they know they are not liked by people, so they want to rule straight through the barrel of the gun. But will that work? We will wait to see on the next coming days. It will be quite interesting to see the reactions of the people of Zimbabwe. But definitely today's activities across Zimbabwe, I'll be proving it more. I can attest to you that the visuals that will come through as the day progresses, they will definitely indicate that this is meant to spite retired General Chiwenga. But will it work? That's the $1 million question. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live,